Gamedev YouTube has a problem. The space is filled up with generic devlogs that feel boring and lifeless and is killing the entire genre. Views are dropping and major creators are quitting every day or else reusing the same content over and over. Behind all this is one flaw, one mistake in the godot fabric that is destroying everything. Over the past year, I've searched endlessly for the flaw in the plan, and eventually I found it. And along with it, I found a solution. The first step to identifying the flaw is understanding Gamedev YouTube. godot is built on one main type of video, devlogs. Devlogs are extremely diverse in style, but no matter the type, all devlogs have one thing in common. They're videos that are designed to detail the progress on a game. This format brings up what I call the devlog dilemma, the challenge of turning a technical process into an appealing video. Many creators solve this problem by cleansing their videos of any technical detail which may put off viewers. Too often, however, these creators end up making their videos even more boring than they would have been originally. This is because their videos feel more like lists of changes than like a story, a changelog rather than a devlog. When I noticed this error, I decided to call it the trap of passiveness, a creator making a video about what was done rather than what they did. The trap of passiveness is the ultimate flaw that's killing Gamedev YouTube, as it affects nearly all devlogs and makes 90% of Gamedev content boring. At this point, I had identified the issue, but now, in order to find a solution, I would have to create a totally new way of solving the devlog dilemma. I would have to succeed where dozens of creators 100 times my size had failed. I searched for weeks for a way to solve the dilemma, but no matter what I tried, my devlogs inevitably failed. At last, while studying the analytics of my latest videos, I came to a realization. Nobody cared about my game. When I realized this, it all came into place. I rewatched some of the most classic, best performing Gamedev videos ever, and I noticed that they all had one thing in common. All of the most viral Gamedev videos were either about a game that people already cared about, or they weren't truly about a game at all. So the real solution to the devlog dilemma, and by extension, the way to save Gamedev YouTube, is just a simple mindset change, a single realization. Nobody cares about your game. People do not watch Gamedev videos because they want to know what changed in the game. They watch because they want a story. The job of a Gamedev content creator is to make viewers care by giving them a good story. Now that I had found what I thought to be the solution, I decided to put it to the test. For my next devlog, I scripted and edited in a way that would put emphasis on the creation of the game rather than on the game itself. And it worked. Here's the retention graph for the devlog I used this process on, with 51% retention, compared to that of a devlog I had released shortly before. Not only that, the newer devlog got over 3 times as many views as the old one. Gamedev YouTube is in a bad spot, but it is savable. The way to escape the YouTube death trap is for devlog creators to quit making devlogs that feel like lists of changes and begin telling stories that everyone can enjoy. Now, to see how I executed this new system, just click right here.